Hi there, I'm Michelle.
I'm Jim, and we are
A Teague of Your Own.
Oops, I forgot to say it. Let's try that again.
Who are we?
Let's try that again. Do it.
Hi there, I'm Michelle.
I'm Jim, and we are
A Teague of Your Own. Welcome to another Motivational Monday.
Let's get motivated. Woohoo!
Oh my.
All right, that's one way to start.
That is one way to start. That's how you know we're live.
Yeah, we are live.
And we're celebrating 4 years of doing this. 4 years.
4 years.
4 years. Actually, 4 years as of this past Thursday. It was March 21st. March 21st of 2020 was the first time we went live.
How about that?
Yeah. And we've been doing this every week ever since.
Yeah, we haven't missed a week at all.
We haven't.
Been some where there's only been one of us.
Yes.
And
there have been some where we've been here, there, and everywhere.
That's true.
But we've figured out a way to do it. Technology is a wonderful thing. Let me tell you, it's been fun. Anyway, we want to talk a little bit about what's transpired over the past 4 years and why we do this. Why do we do this?
Because we're crazy?
We are. So 20 years ago, actually 20 years ago, yeah.
20 years ago, 4 years ago.
4 years ago in 2020, the world had shut down.
Yes, that was a big part of it. Yeah.
It was.
Just being able to reach out to people and stay connected.
It was a Saturday night,
yeah.
And I was just like, and you had nothing else to do.
Yeah, we were all locked in our houses.
So we went online, and I went to you and I said, we need to go live and do something. And you were like, what? That's a thing? So yes, that's a thing.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. And so we started with just Facebook. In the beginning, it was only Facebook, and because LinkedIn at the time, you couldn't go live on them in the very beginning of all of this. So we used Facebook, went on live with them, and during the initial lockdown, we were doing this on Saturday nights. And we first talked about hope. We first talked about hanging in there. We talked about, staying positive. We talked about a lot of those messages.
Yeah, and those were needed messages at that time because let's face it, that was a rough stretch.
It was.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Different people have different opinions on whether or not it was necessary or unnecessary. But
doesn't matter. Still happened.
It was, but a word for it is unprecedented.
Yeah.
Nothing like that had ever happened before, where we were all being forced to essentially stay home.
Yeah.
Everything was shut down. There's no place to go anyway. Very few places.
Yeah.
And and there were a lot of people that were suffering.
Yeah.
They were in real distress while all of that was going on. And I get it. And that's because as people, we are social creatures.
Yep.
We need to be around other people.
Yep.
And to have a situation where the folks who are running things were telling us, no, you're not allowed to be around people. Or if you are, it's got to be in these teeny tiny little groups and you can't. That does not work for most folks. People need to be around people. We are, as we like to talk about, we talk about our dog, before we've had dogs, plural. Dogs are like people. That's why, we get along so well with dogs and why dogs and people really rely on each other. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for dogs, because we're all pack animals. Yeah. We are social creatures. We need to be together. Most people crave that social interaction.
Yep.
Not everybody. There's some people who are perfectly happy being, hermits. The Unabomber, he was perfectly fine being by himself, and he should have been. And I think he is still.
I'm sure he's in solitary confinement.
They put him in prison, and I'm not sure that was much of a punishment for him.
He has electricity and running water, and
he got it better off than he was when he was off.
Food and
But people needed to hear those messages, and the reassurance that it's going to be all right.
Yeah.
That at some point we're going to get back to Well, something that sort of resembles, normal life. I can't say that we're totally back to life as we knew it pre-COVID, but we're closer to it than we were. And they also needed that connection.
Yes.
We needed that connection.
Yeah.
And that was a big part of the, what drove
Mhm.
us deciding to do this. Plus, it was just a chance to, on a weekly basis, put something out there.
Yeah.
And hopefully, when we know, I was always amazed when she'd tell me the numbers of people who were watching it. I'm going, really?
People who would comment.
Yes, and the comments and everything else. And so now I've gotten used to it. So we know that, we reach a fair number of people with what we do. And that's good.
Yeah.
That's good, because that's, part of the reason we do what we do. As a matter of fact, I say it's the big reason that we do what we do is we know that we can help people. We know we have something to offer, and we want to help people, just because we know that that's how the world advances. That's how, by helping people, move forward in what they're doing. It helps them in being able to, move towards their goals.
Yes.
But it helps us too.
Mhm.
It helps us too. And like I said, being able to make those connections, we run into people and they say, oh yeah, I've seen your Facebook lives and all that kind of stuff. And how much they like it and how much they take away from it. And it's helped us with also getting very comfortable being in front of a camera.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot say that was the case when we first started.
It's awful.
When we first started, we weren't quite sure what we were doing, but we did it.
Some people question whether we do now.
Well, that's true. Some days we question whether we do now. Yeah. But yeah, in the beginning, it was just a case of here's an idea, and we didn't know what the execution was going to look like. And there's a lesson there.
There is.
Just do it.
Yeah.
We did. We just did it. We started doing it, and we kept doing it, and now it's an automatic thing. Monday mornings, here we are.
And Paul Martinelli tells you to jump and grow your wings on the way down.
Right.
And that's what we've done.
That's definitely what we have done.
Yeah.
And, as we progress, we're also finding that when it comes to doing things like shooting videos for some of our other programs, things that we do, again, we've gotten far more comfortable with that. We have figured out a lot of that, the things that you should do, the things you shouldn't do, what looks good on camera, what doesn't, what sounds good on camera, what doesn't. But that's a growing process. It's so anybody out there who's thinking of doing something like this, or starting a blog or a podcast or something like that. There's some people that they will prepare and prepare and prepare and prepare.
They're getting ready to
get ready. And it seems like it takes forever before they ever start. And for some of them, they never do.
Mm-hmm.
They keep preparing and preparing and preparing. Mm-hmm. And part of that is fear. We get it. You start doing these things, you're putting yourself out there. Understand, not everybody's going to like everything you do.
Nope.
Don't let that hold you back. The hater's going to hate, right? Isn't that song you like? I don't know. Is that the right words? I don't know.
The hater's going to hate. Yeah.
Did
The faker's going to fake. And the hater's going to hate.
Okay.
Just shake it off.
I guess.
Shake it off.
Yeah. That's one of your favorites. That I have to listen to when it comes onto the radio. So
yeah, it's a good song to dance to.
Yeah. But at any rate, Lyric is absolutely right. You've got some people out there that is all they do is run around trying to tear other people down. Ignore them. They're out there. Not everybody's going to like everything you do. Some people are going to think what you do is terrible. So be it.
Mm-hmm.
The key is there's going to be other people who you're going to reach.
Yes.
They're going to think it's fantastic. They're going to love what you do. Mm-hmm. And the trick is ignore those people who are trying to tear you down. And the reason they're trying to tear you down is because usually they don't have the guts to go do it.
Nope.
Just understand that. Because if they could do it, they'd do it.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't.
Nope.
So they'd rather tear down other people. ignore them.
Yep.
And if it's somebody in your family or somebody who's, in your immediate life, just continue on and don't worry about it.
Yep.
And at some point, you may even find that you need to get them out of your life, or at least minimize their involvement in your life.
Yeah,
you don't want to do that, but that happens.
We've talked about how you're some of the 5 people you spend the most time with.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure that the people you spend the most time with are positive, upbeat people who believe in you, but also are doing things that you want to do yourself.
Right.
So if you find that one of the people you spend a lot of time with is very negative or very controlling or doesn't believe in you, you need to start spending less time with them.
Right.
Yeah.
Go hang out with the people who are going to appreciate what you do and are going to support you. That may mean going to find some new friends. There's plenty of them out there.
Yep.
Go join organizations where you're going to be around positive people. We've done that.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Get around positive-minded people and build your inner circle of folks who will support you. And and if you're doing something where you're not doing it exactly the best way, that maybe you need some help, you also want people who are willing to step in and tell you.
Yeah, one of the things that you need to do is find somebody who's doing what you want to do, and then go ask them, how did you do that?
How'd you do that?
I know there are people out there who like doing lives. Some of them want to do it on multiple channels like we do, and they'll ask, how do you do what you do? We started using StreamYard, I guess November of 2020. And that's when we started going live on 3 different channels. That's when we started with our YouTube channel, which you need to go out and subscribe to. That's when we started on LinkedIn. And we continued on with Facebook. So we found ways to be able to stream this live to more platforms and reach more people. And the only way that we found out about that was asking other people, what do you use? LinkedIn does not have the ability for you to go live through them. So you had to get a third party system. And that's the reason why we went with StreamYard. It's the same with YouTube. With YouTube, if you want to be on both YouTube and something else, you need to use some other type of platform. So that's what we use is StreamYard.
And it's those kinds of things, learning.
Yeah.
You learn from experience. That's the other reason why, if you're planning on doing something like this or anything else, just start. Go do it.
Yeah.
Because you'll learn so much, but you won't learn much of anything until you actually get involved and do it. Just because, let's face it, experience is the best teacher.
Yeah. One of the things that we learned was audio matters more than video.
Yes.
So one of the first things we did was purchase a decent microphone.
Yes.
Now we've upgraded since then.
Now I have a really good one.
Yeah.
A couple of them.
And we got a decent camera too over time. But the first thing we bought was the decent microphone.
Yeah. And the big reason for that is because, you're trying to, spread a message. You're trying to convey information. You're trying to inspire people, whatever it is you're doing. Yeah, it's nice if the video looks good, but if you can't understand what in the world you're saying, there's no point.
No.
There's no point. And so that's part of the reason why, at some point you'll have to upgrade your gear and again, the most important part is initially the audio. Yeah. That's why there's a lot of people, they'll start with podcasts.
Yes.
And then because that's easy, get you a good microphone and you can, start a podcast. It's easy.
Yeah.
The video is a different deal because, and we still don't have the best video because there's some people, man, they got some rigs that are crazy. Yeah. And we will at some point, I'm sure, but it needs to be good enough. It needs to be high enough quality, but the audio that needs to be top quality.
Yeah. The other thing is lighting. Today
is not a great day for lighting.
All right, so all of you know we live in southwestern Pennsylvania. We're outside of Pittsburgh. Usually it's gray, it's overcast, it's cloudy. You hardly ever get bright, sunny days. And it's bright and sunny today.
Today is a bright and sunny day.
It's a beautiful blue sky today. It is gorgeous. the neighbors cutting their grass. It's just, it's
Of course, neighbors
gorgeous out.
also bundled up, because it's still chilly out there. So I think we're finally finished with winter here.
Now, why'd you say that out loud?
Why?
So when it snows,
It's not going to snow.
it's him.
If it does snow, you can blame me. I don't care. But I hope that we are finally finished with it, because they faked us out. Mother Nature faked us out this year.
She always does.
No, she faked us out badly this year, because the
70s.
the end of February wasn't bad, and the saying is March comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb. Well, March came in like a lamb this year, and we thought, wow, we are done with this winter nonsense, because we had an icky stretch there in January.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, she unleashed about a week's worth of unpleasantness on us here, and the problem is everybody was starting to feel and adapting to the 50s, 60s, like that. We were getting into the 70s.
All the spring flowers were out.
Flowers are out. The pollens and things.
Yes, pollen's already out. People's allergies are starting to kick in.
Yeah, it's an odd thing that you're bundled up and freezing and sneezing at the same time because of allergies. And that's what's been going on around here. Fortunately, I haven't been impacted by it as much as other people. But yeah, it's been a little weird. So fingers crossed.
So yeah, lighting's going to be important for you.
And that's why, right, today is not
usually
a great day
this
for
room
lighting.
is perfect for it, which
not
is
today.
why we've been doing it for years in here.
Yeah, not today.
We originally started when we were doing this at night, and we originally started in our dining room, and you hate doing this in the dining room.
I don't like doing it in the dining room.
So we moved. But go back, because if you're on Facebook, you can go back, and if you go click on the videos on our Facebook page and scroll all the way down to the very first one, you can see and the video quality is awful. The audio quality is awful. I don't think I had any makeup on. It was just,
I don't know that anybody did during COVID. Why bother?
It was, but we did it.
What were you getting gussied up for? We weren't going anywhere.
And we did it. And it's still out there. So that's the point, is we were persistent, and we were consistent. We kept doing it even when it's been difficult, because believe me, there have been times when this is not the easiest thing in the world to do. And so the important thing is you keep going.
That's it. And you get started, keep going.
You keep moving forward. And it's been helpful. We reach a lot of people. Yeah. And that's the important part, is to get the message out. All right. So if they want to find us, how can they do that?
Oh, there's any number of ways that they can find us. You can put some up on the screen there if you'd like to.
All right. So why don't you first go to our
you
website.
Can go to our website, ateagueofyourown.com.
ateagueofyourown.com. Yes. And
yes, that is a play on the name of the movie, A League of Their Own. And believe me, we were just at a networking event, and we got stopped by so many people because we were wearing our shirts with our logos on it. And they wanted to know, because they saw that and immediately they thought of the movie. And it's amazing how many people say that is one of their all-time favorite movies. So.
And it's amazing that you didn't want to name our company that.
Yeah, well.
And here we are.
Of course, they always ask us, okay, well, what does A Teague of Your Own do? Because the name doesn't really tell you much.
No, it doesn't. No, that's okay. The other thing that you could do is
you can give us a phone call.
You could.
412-420-7975. If you don't like talking, and there's a lot of people these days that don't.
Like our daughter.
Yeah, our daughter, she doesn't like talking on the phone very much. You can text us, and we will respond.
I don't understand how she has any of your genes.
Yeah, me neither.
Your genetics is all talk.
Yep. You can also send us an email.
Yes.
info@ateagueofyourown.com. So just put info at in front of our the name of our website.
Yes.
And then you can find us on our social media.
Yep, we're on Facebook. We are on Instagram. We're on LinkedIn. Plus, as I said, go to YouTube, like channel. And subscribe to our channel. We'd appreciate it.
Yep.
We just finished one of our complimentary webinars this past Friday. The next one coming up is, I want to say April 26th, maybe. Yes, April 26th. So you got plenty of time if you want to register for that. Go to the website and you can click on the event tab and register for that particular webinar.
Yes, you can.
Along with all the other ones. But yeah, lots of different ways that you can reach out to us. So do let us know. What do you think? What do you think about our lives? What topics would you suggest? We're doing a whole bunch of quotes.
We're doing quotes. We've been doing, we hit on that idea, and that's because that's a good one. You can come up with good quotes and then really dig deeper on what those quotes mean.
So feel free to email us any quotes that you'd like to hear and see, and we'll be more than happy to do them.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Yeah, sounds great.
All right. All right, everybody, take care, and we will see you next week. Bye everyone.